So we're here at Ruben's and we're gonna get the best barbacoa you've ever had. Barbacoa is like the original brunch item. Mexicans invented brunch. You show up with some barbacoa, fresh salsa, fresh tortillas, you're everyone's best friend already, right away. That's before the shots of tequila too. On this episode of 3 Shots, 3 Questions, we're at the historic Renaissance Casa de Palmas Hotel in McAllen. We're with singer, songwriter, Alex Ruiz, most notably known as the frontman for the band Del Castillo. His voice, his persona, and his music have been featured in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Kill Bill 2, Sin City, and most recently Machete. Alex, thank you for joining us on 3 Shots, 3 Questions.
Thanks for having me.
I know you prefer to sip on the tequila, so we're gonna sip tequila today.
Yeah.
Sound all right?
Perfect.
Look, I promise, I didn't tell him to, but I think he filled yours up a little more than mine.
It's good to sip.
Yeah. All right. You were born and raised in Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville is such a unique place geographically, culturally. How did that influence your music?
Brownsville, being a border town, the tip of Texas, Spanish is usually the first language there. That's what I absorbed. I guess I was born in the right place at the right time. And now here I am singing mariachi rock. Being from Brownsville and living in Austin, Texas, I got to meet a lot of people from Brownsville that I grew up listening to. There was Rick Del Castillo and his band, or bands that he was in. So just growing up, I knew like their names. I knew they played guitar. I knew they were pretty amazing. When I got to Austin and I was reintroduced to the gang, it was like we all drank the same water and we all can relate to each other. And musically, it just turned into this experience where I didn't think exactly we were going to be singing in Spanish primarily, but that's where it went. And it was an effortless part on our behalf because the music just flowed.
We barely finished sipping the first one. That's the way the show goes.
Thank you, brother.
You're most notably known for being the lead singer of Del Castillo, but you also are the frontman of Robert Rodriguez's famed movie band, Chingon.
Yep.
Tell me how Del Castillo has impacted your career and also how Robert Rodriguez and that relationship.
Around 2002, 2003, we met Robert Rodriguez. He came out to see a show of ours at this club that no longer exists called Momo's. That was one of these places that had some magic. It would just be packed and it was like, what are people doing out here just to see us? Well, there was Robert there and he was like, hey, be nice to have some guitar lessons and talk about some upcoming movie projects. So that's kind of where that all started. He was looking for a local Latin band, kind of like in the grassroots of Los Lobos, but in someone homegrown in Texas. And so that was us, and we were the choice for that band, Chingon. We were doing the trilogy. We were doing the last movie, which is Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And then we just went on Sin City. I played a little part there for 5 minutes or fame or whatever they call it. To be shot, by Robert Rodriguez, and then to literally, in the movie be shot as well. So everybody dies, and that's one of those honors, you get with Robert. Hey, you're gonna die, dude. Your character might come back, but for the most part, it'll have some bullet holes. Yeah, he's a great guy to be around, creative-minded. Just I think we feed off of each other's energy.
I know that you've collaborated with artists like Willie Nelson, Carlos Santana, Maná, my personal favorite, Carlton Zeus. I'm sure countless others off the record, right? If you could collaborate with any musician, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Wow. Well, that's a great one. It'd be great to sit down with John Lennon because I really can relate to his writing and the way he is as a writer and a singer. He changed the stratosphere. He changed the way music was listened to. He changed the way politics ran. He was this person that just personified the working class, the people that really make a difference in this world. And that's what we are. We're all working to better our lives, some way or another. That would probably be one of my ultimate highs right there. John Lennon, if you're listening, to the salt of the earth. So it's Macaroni Grill. I hear this guy singing Italian to my sister on her birthday, back in the day when they used to sing in Italian. And so I heard Parla Piano Piano, and I was like, dude, that's a Godfather theme, and I need to learn that. So we started doing, the Godfather theme at our Del Castillo shows, even at a few Chingon shows. And here we are, and we're doing a whole Italian album for this project called Castillo Rockero out of Milan. It overlaps 3 decades of beautiful music.
If your voice is warmed up enough by the tequila, if you can maybe give us a sound of it.
Yes,
I would
yes.
love to.
The song is from The Godfather. It's called Parla più piano, speak softly, my love. Parla più piano e vieni più vicino a me. Voglio sentire gli occhi miei dentro di te. Nessuno sa la verità. Un grande amore, mai più grande, esisterà.
That was amazing, man. That got me right in the feels.
In his gizzard. Thank you, brother.
Man, that was amazing.
Well, you rock with
Hey.
the 3 shots and the truth and a little Stella Artois, to bring it down. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us on 3 Shots, 3 Questions.
Peace.